When we talk about half dollars, 90% silver, sometimes we talk about Kennedys, Franklin's even, maybe even Walking Liberty halves. But how about before that, the coins that dated before the Walking Liberties? We're talking about the coins over at least 108 years old, and that is the Barber half dollar series. This next up, guys, we have every mint mark as an option here. We can guarantee Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, New Orleans. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, if you buy a quantity of 4, you will be guaranteed a mint mark collection, one of each mint. But that graphic is going to also tell you the number of dates and mint mark varieties we have, up to 15 different tonight.
And that's easy. We could probably stretch that a couple more, but I think the cool part about it is if you order 4, we'll know what that means. You'll get the P, the S, the O, and the Denver. The best part about the storyline is, though, is we have 2 evolving mints in this series, unlike any other series, right? The Denver mint starts in 1906, so 1906 to 1915 happens to be that grouping, and there are Denvers in here. And then the New Orleans mint closes during this particular series, so we have the last New Orleans mint, which is 1909, and we go from 1892 all the way through 1909 in this series. So we have Philadelphia and San Francisco that make everything all the time, and then the 2 other branch mints that just have start and stop, first and last stories tied to this series. But it does come down to one simple thing, and you made a comment earlier. Kennedy's, oh my. Franklin's, oh my. Walker's, oh my. Nah, let's go for the real good stuff. The Barbers, the 100-plus-year-old coins. And tonight, look at the price. We're at $29.95. And that's whether you want 1, you want 20, you want 40. If you buy more than 15, it'll be multiples of the 15. We're not going to give you 15 and then 32 of one coin. That kind of situation. On the other hand, I do think we can stretch this more than 15.
Have the variety. We have the fantastic price, $29.95 each. This is the series that predates the Walking Liberty half dollar series. An average Walking Liberty half dollar will run you anywhere between $45 and $50 with our competition. Even Franklin's are selling for over $40 a piece at this time, average circulated Franklin's. Our competition for this particular coin, the Barber half dollar, they're over 50, they're at least $50 per coin, and we're at $29.95. We're guaranteeing you, if you purchase 4, you're going to get each one of those mints. There's a New Orleans, there's a San Francisco, and here is that Denver. And a 4th coin, you're also going to get the Philadelphia, all 4 mints. But we have such a great variety of dates tonight that you will get up to 15 different with a purchase of 15. Make sure you check the reverse side of those coins, because you're definitely going to have a variety of mint marks in there.
So example, you could have the last year of issue 1915, you might get a D and you might get an S, you might get 2 branch mints from that one. What a great bookend inside of this grouping. And I know they were both in there, so I just don't know the quantities of them in there. Where do you get these crazy names? The Newport Hoard. Here is the funny story, and you were with me, so you can chuckle with me if you want, or kick me, or whatever the proper phrase is.
I'm going to kick you and then chuckle.
There you go. Here is the story. So we have a gentleman we bump into at the show, and he goes, got a lot of Barber halves. Nobody seems to be buying here. Are you interested? And I said, absolutely. What do you got? He said, I got a bag, a couple thousand coins. I said, all right, so what are you looking for? We talked about price. I said, well, kickouts on these are going to be high because we always see overly worn Barbers. The reverse rim is just usually shot, which is what you normally see from all of our competition. He goes, I'll do you a deal. You're going to find less than 1% kickouts in this deal, or you're going to pay me X dollars more. Now, I've been doing this a long time. I took the deal. I should have listened to this guy because he knew what he put in this bag as he was collecting the series. He'd find a good-looking coin for the price, he'd buy it. And he just kept on adding them to his bin. And after he got to 2,000, it's just time to move on to something else. It's the Great American Coin Hunt. This was his hunt. He lived in Newport. That's where the Newport Hoard came from.
We always like to give reference to the individuals that bring us
people don't like to have their names
deals.
known because a lot of times it's just quiet and private. And I get that. We don't want to step on that. But hey, if we know the city they're from and they have no objection to it, i.e. there's not just 2 people living there, so it's me, then it
so
has
obvious.
to be you,
Yeah.
kind of a situation. So it adds a little flavor and a little fun. But this, I mean, honestly, and you've been doing this with me for a long time at shows. You're going through a roll box of hundreds of Barbers. And how many times we throw them back and forth at each other saying, I don't like the back, what about you?
Yeah, one side will look good and the other one just doesn't cut the mustard.
And the front is kind of clean, but that back wears so horribly on these big 90% silver half dollars. So again, the deal here is just fun, low price, 90% silver, but it's that series. Now, again, the other fun thing about the Barbers is what? The coin renaissance started in 1916 for silver. Mercury dime, Standing Liberty quarter, and Walking Liberty half dollar. All pet projects of President Theodore Roosevelt. These were the Barbers.
The last series that all denominations had the same design. That Lady Liberty was on the dime, on the quarter, on the half dollar.
And again, part of that was we're a country without the internet, without, again, motion pictures, without, think of the time in history. So all of our coins, we want them to look alike. So as we're growing, as we're expanding, as we're traveling, people know what's ours and what isn't ours, consistency issues, etc. So lots of fun. Again, Barber is the name of the designer. That's the nickname. It's a rendition of Liberty, by the way. That's the actual coin.
I don't want to interrupt you, Steve, but I have to jump in and just mention the website because the phones look to be very, very busy at this time, and I don't think we've mentioned it yet. That's avccoins.com, available for you 24/7, but especially during the show when the phone lines are ticking up like they are right now, and at this price, I am not surprised. $29.95 each. Our competition is over $50. We saw coins up to $75 on the Barber half dollar series. Tonight, $29.95 each. We're guaranteeing you, if you purchase 4, you're going to get all 4 mints in the series. That's Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, and New Orleans. Plus, if you increase your quantity and you purchase up to 15, you're welcome to purchase more, but that's the number of different date and mint mark varieties we have. So we're guaranteeing up to 15 different. Feel free to purchase 20, 30, 40, just so you know.
At the price, at this price, you can't beat it. And again, Allison made reference to this for the price reference. Their minimum of 50 up to 75. Their lowest price they had was $50. When we went 15 coins deep in their inventory, published inventory, you can see it as well, right? The 15th coin was $75. So tonight, if you want, with them, 15 different, the first one's going to cost you $50. The 15th and everything in between is going to get higher and higher and higher, up to $75.
Yeah,
exactly.
up to $75.
Our price tonight, solid, flat, your choice. Whether it's 1, 3, 5, 10, but it's always going to be $29.95. And again, the important thing is tonight, with the mixture that this gentleman just by dumb luck, again, his qualification was the quality of the coin, not what was in it. The coins date from, good point, the late 1890s all the way through 1915, the last year of issue. P's, S's, O's, D's, all present, and that great deal, the great deal tonight is we can break it down to a quantity of 4 and guarantee the mint mark collection, which is the 4 mints that struck the Barber series in the first place.
Let's put a 30-second clock up, 905-7480. That is the item number. Give us a call or join us online via the web. That's avccoins.com, $29.95 each. The youngest coin in the Barber half dollar series is 108 years old. So that 1915, you're looking at a 108-year-old coin at this point. Everything else is even older, and that's what's incredible. 90% silver, vintage half dollars. Join us. Don't pay $50 a piece. Don't pay $60, $65, $70. Get the variety tonight. Get the savings, and of course you get that quality as well. That is why
we call it the what?
The Daily Deal.